Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Carshénah with versefilmsproductions and we're doing SCREAMTOBER. Sit back, relax, and let's get started. Thanks everyone for joining us for our SCREAMTOBER. What we're doing is we're going to be having a video a day up until Halloween. So that's 31 days of talking horror right here on the channel. So make sure that you sit back, relax, and join us. If you can't join us every single day, make sure that you join us each week and check out what we're talking about up until Halloween. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share to the channel and give us a shout out. Comment down below what you thought about SCREAMTOBER. Let's get this last verses started with Netflix versus Roku. Now, a lot of you may be wondering why I'm doing a Netflix versus a Roku, Netflix being a premium channel that you would have to pay for, and Roku being part of your TV platform, which is free. But there are some premium services on Roku that you can add to your TV platform. So this makes it a very good versus, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and start with Netflix first. For this purpose, we're going to do Netflix on our laptop. If you have it on the mobile device or if you have it on your TV app, of course, the experience is going to be similar, not the same, but just similar. But for now, we're just going to type in netflix.com, and of course, it'll show up and pop up and populate with the N. So as you know, that is the Netflix symbol that you are ready to start your streaming service. Once you've typed in netflix.com, you're going to be sent to this initial page where you're going to be asked to go ahead and sign in. You're also going to be asked to choose your language, whether it's going to be English or Spanish. And of course, if you have not signed up with an account, it's going to let you know that, hey, put in your email address to go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and sign in and let's get to it. Once you've signed into Netflix, you'll be sent to the initial homepage, and the homepage will usually have a popular title playing like a preview in the background. But just like all the other streaming services, you'll have like your home, TV shows, new and popular, my list, as well as you'll have a search bar as well as notifications and an icon. Now, an icon is for something if you have multiple people in the household that's all using one account for Netflix, and that icon just differentiates who is watching what on the platform. Now, when you scroll down to Netflix, you see that this just comes at you full force. The good thing about it is that it does have subgenres to the left, or excuse me, I should say above what the timeline is. Like they have late night comedies, gems for you, they have watch it again, continue watching. And what they also have is this top 10 in the US today. So this is going to be some of the titles that they deemed as the top 10 that people are watching in their households in the US today. And of course, they only give you the 10. So if you want to watch the number one thing, which right now is Squid Game, or if you want to watch something else, it's not always genre driven. It is just what each household has accumulated, and they've taken sort of a census of what is popular today in the US. Once again, if you keep scrolling down, you'll see that there's just so much to go through. But because this is SCREAMTOBER, we're going to try to focus on all of the horror that is here on Netflix. And as you can already see, they have things called Only on Netflix, and certain things only on Netflix, such as Castlevania, which was one of my ultimate favorite new shows that came out last year. If you have not played the video game, I encourage you to do so. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Simon's Quest, Simon Belmont, you need to go brush up on your vampire hunter history, and that way you can be abreast of the situation of what's going on with Castlevania. But this is based on the video game, and that video game came out in the 80s and has been popular ever since. But once you see this is on Netflix, this is a Netflix made sort of studio made for TV, and you can notice when things are a Netflix studio driven movie or TV show, because they have the N up to the top left corner of that title, of that poster that you see of what is going to be showing. And that is how you see what a Netflix studio versus a regular studio. And you'll see that with this in. Now, getting back to Castlevania, as you can see that it has like a thumbs up, a thumbs down. It lets you know episodes info, and it gives you just a little bit more. Once you click on the info and more, you're able to get a little bit more information. You're also able to look at the episodes, look at the seasons if you want to check out more than one season. They also have a more like this. Similar to what the other streaming services do, they try to capture similar titles that's just like what you're watching. They deem what you would like to watch, so more like this. So for instance, they have Full Metal Alchemist, and it's showing that I have 81% match, so it's something that I would want to watch that's similar to Castlevania. Scrolling down, I see an Ultraman, 55% match, so maybe it's something that is iffy, that may not be the same, but at least it's giving me some type of match for more like this. Now, when you get to the seasons, you have a choice whether you can scroll through all the seasons, and it tells you specifically season 1 has 4 episodes, season 4 has 10 episodes. So it lets you know, hey, if you're going to be binging this title, this is how many episodes are going to be for this title. And this is just nothing new, but it also gives you more information. Like this shows violent, scary, and dark. So, you know, this is something that you may not want to have younger children watch. They also tell you the genre. Now, this one has horror anime on this genre. Now, what I do like about watching these things, if you're on the go, on your mobile device, or also on your laptop, is that they are clickable. And when you click on those genres, it just opens up even more for you to watch. So click on horror anime, and then they have other titles that's similar to that. So similar to watch is similar to what you're going to be looking for, horror anime. And this is what's in their rotation, in their collection. Now let's go ahead and get back to our home. Now, one of the things that you can do, of course, is click on the movies. Now, when you click on the movies, once again, everything is just a lot for you. So they have genres. Genres you can scroll down, you can look for. They have your action, children and family, documentaries, as well as they have Halloween. So they do something a little bit where they're specific to the holiday in question. So if it's Halloween, they've got nothing but Halloween movies. So we've got teen screens, teen horror, family Halloween treats. So if you want to do family Halloween treats, they've got like Goosebumps. Goosebumps is one of my favorite growing up and watching. They also have Scooby-Doo. All the titles that's going to be similar for you to watch during this Halloween season, and we love it. They also have modern classics, Halloween comedies. They have so many subgenres that Netflix just has everything. I don't know if I'm able to even keep up with their subgenres, but they have everything under the sun, and that is actually a really good thing for Netflix. Now, what I do want to call to your attention is this little bar that is up top. Now, they don't tell you how many pages. Tubi TV was at least able to show you that there's going to be 10 pages or 200 titles. So that way you know that when you're scrolling through, you've got a lot to scroll through. A lot of these streaming services don't give you that option like Tubi does, but Netflix has started, and this is something just recently, Netflix has started showing this little bar, but you don't see it on your device for your TV platform. You only see it on your mobile, or you only see it for your laptop. But if you take a look, it's at that top corner, and you'll see like a little bar, and you see as I'm scrolling through, it lights up, and you can see that there's 7 pages for this family Halloween treat. So if you keep going through, that means you know you only have 7 pages. That is the downside of Netflix. Once you're done, you're done. So similar to what HBO has, is once you're done with those titles within that timeline of family Halloween treats, that's it. You have to wait until they add in more titles into the rotation. That could be something that, you know, is okay for some time, but if you just want to get into it and just keep scrolling, keep clicking through, you have to go through each of these subgenres. So it's like you have to know that you want to have to watch a comedy, or You have to know that you want to watch something, scary, and you have to look for that subgenre. So that is sort of a downside. Instead of just having everything Halloween and you just scroll through, however it may be 200 titles, I actually like that. I actually like scrolling through, and I know that there's going to be 200 titles, so I just got to trudge through it. This one is they're only giving you 7 pages of the titles. Then I have to find out and figure out, well, okay, I don't like this, so let me go through another subheading. That's another 7 pages, and so on and so forth. So it kind of works and it kind of doesn't. It is just all your taste of how you would like to watch your movies. Netflix still has their DVD, so I clicked on DVD. And lo and behold, the Netflix DVD, you are still able to grab some DVDs and have them sent to your home. I do know that a lot of people, especially in more rural areas, they do not have the best of streaming services. So similarly, Netflix has not taken that out just yet. And it says, complete your Netflix experience with DVDs. Now, they have 2 prices, standard and premiere. So they have $7.99 for standard and premiere. And they give you all the things they list for you. So for standard, you can only have 1 disc out at a time, but you can have unlimited discs per month. Premiere is $11.99. You can have 2 discs out at a time, and that is unlimited as well. There are no late fees. It's free shipping and return, and you can cancel at any time. A lot of people, they still do this, and I'm actually glad for it because I know that we do not always have the best of internet services, so a DVD is something that we can always pop in and watch. So I'm really glad that they have not taken this away of things for your Netflix experience. I'm really excited about that. Netflix also has a great kids section for their streaming service. And again, this is all part of their premium service. There's nothing extra or added to. And they do have a way where you can add a profile for your kids. So if you have a younger child in the household or a teenager, again, these profiles are a great way so you know who is watching what. So if you type in even kids on your search, it comes up and you have great movies, great TV shows you really enjoy as well. Once again, if you're a kid at heart, I do love watching some of these myself. And a lot of them are fun that you've already seen before, like Paranorman or Dennis the Menace or Jimmy Neutron or Spy Kids. And they also have just some great titles as well. And if you look above, they also have different ways you can watch the kids. They have like kids anime movies. They have a baking championship, little kid movies, kids ages 11 to 12, because they know that that's sort of like the in-between stage, kid TV from ages 8 to 10, so on and so forth. So at least they break it down for you, and they give parents or people that like to monitor what their children are watching, at least they give them a wide variety of things for them to actually look through. But again, I really enjoy that they do have a great Netflix kids section. And I really think that that's something that all these streaming services benefit from by having that section as well. So once again, Netflix, top dog, the king of the hill, save the best for last, because it does have some of the better quality and better things, and it's just synonymous with streaming for your movies, and especially for our horror movies, and we really enjoy that. Big 2 thumbs up for Netflix. Now we're moving on to Roku. Now Roku is an actual platform that has an actual streaming service as well. Once again, it's a platform that you do have to purchase and buy by a third party, or you can order it directly from them, and then add that to your TV that you have at home, and then it comes with their own service as well. So this is a reason why it's Netflix versus Roku, because you still have to purchase something for the free service. So once you've already set up your Roku device, you'll be asked to create an account. And once you create an account, you can go ahead and go on your browser and type in Roku.com. That's ROKU. and it should give you to the Roku homepage. Now, once you go to Roku.com and it comes up to their Roku homepage, you can see that they have a most watched, least complicated. And I like that they're trying to, put themselves out there saying, hey, we're not complicated. All you have to do is just have a device and play and you're good to go. You can purchase right off of their website, so that way you can go ahead and get streaming right away, such as they have shop players or shop TVs or shop their audio. Now, if you shop a player, that's if you have a TV, a smart TV specifically, and it's a different brand and you want to add on a Roku device for that, a Roku player, you can do so. Or you can buy the actual Roku TV. This is a smart screen with Roku streaming that's built right in, so you don't have to purchase anything additional with that. The Roku TV is ready to go. Or you can also do a Roku audio, and that's the premium sound that Roku has with the TV included. So that is like your 2-in-1 setup. Now, we have an actual Roku TV, so our TV is automatically streaming with whatever Roku has built in because it is a smart TV, and that was the way to go. Other people, they have the actual player, which is a very small player device. It's like a point and click. They give you the remote control or a stick that you can add into your smart TV, and then you're on your way to streaming things. Now, the one thing that we do also love about Roku is that you can stream other premium channels, premium services on your Roku device. So like Netflix or Tubi, or Hulu or Spectrum or Peacock, even HBO Max, Disney Plus, Prime Video. So these are the popular streaming services that you can have integrated with your Roku TV or your Roku device. It is a one-stop shop, and that is something that we truly love about Roku. So when we're doing our versus, people are like, well, how are you doing Netflix versus Roku? And Roku channel is a free service, but you also have to buy the Roku device. So in itself, you're still purchasing something premium to watch something free. It's not a monthly fee, and it's not a yearly fee, but you did go ahead and make a big purchase, such as the TV or the audio or the device itself, which is actually cheaper to purchase the device than it is to actually rent or to actually pay a monthly subscription fee. But however, you make that decision on your own. But once you do have your Roku, you're going to go down to your Roku channel, and that is the home for free, live, and premium TV. So that way you can enjoy the selection of free movies that they have in their rotation. They also have kids TV. They also have the premium subscriptions as well, where you can watch all in one place. Again, Roku is your one-stop shop, similar to what we went over for Amazon, where Amazon also is your one-stop shop. Roku, I think, is its biggest competition with that. And again, they also show you that, hey, if you want to add in HBO Max and you're not already a member of HBO, you can go ahead and do 30 days of HBO Max. So I think we previously said that HBO doesn't give no more than 14-day trials. Well, this one does if you purchase a new Roku streaming device. So, and of course, these are time limited, so you can enjoy 30 days of HBO Max if you purchased a device. Now, these devices, they come in a wide range, and of course, this one is $29.99. It used to be $39.99, but that in itself pays for itself, and we enjoy that. And as you can see on the remote control, once you have the remote control, it already comes with Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Apple TV, already has buttons that's streamlined and that's integrated into their remote control. So there's literally a one click and you're on. And they do have a lot of titles that you can choose from. And once again, if you're part of a streaming service like Netflix or Disney Plus or HBO, go ahead and pay for those services and integrate them into your Roku device. Now, what Roku does have that we do enjoy is the free portion of that, and that is through the Roku channel. And they do have a good selection, especially and specifically for our Screamtober that we're doing here. They actually have some newer titles. They actually have some older titles. So I know a lot of off-brands, people go, oh, they only have things that that came out 10 years ago or that came out like in the 1970s horror. That's true, they do. But they also have titles that came out just last year or titles that came out just only a couple of years ago. So just because it's something that you haven't heard of, they still have everything that you are looking for. Of course, you can see that they have to see all titles, and it brings you over to your Roku channel. Of course, you can sign in. You can sign in on your app, on your TV, your mobile device. But for this purpose, again, we're on our laptop. And once you have signed in, you're able to see the different titles that the Roku channel has in their rotation. Now, once you've signed in to your Roku account, you'll be listed with a lot of movies. But again, they have their subgenres, they have their headings. So you have New This Month, Roku Originals, Recommended for You, all kinds of things. Now, as you can see, they have some popular names like Hellraiser, they have Sleepaway Camp, The Wraith, starring Charlie Sheen, which is actually a good movie, actually. So they have things that people know, House of Haunted Hill, Battle Royale, another favorite of ours, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. They even have Halloween for free, which is something that on Amazon, as you recall from our last episode, you would have had to pay for that because it was not free on Amazon. So it's a little tricky. So let's click on The Night of the Living Dead, and of course it tells you that this is free. This is the original 1968 version. It gives you the rating, the time frame, and it lists that it's a thriller, a classic, and it's sci-fi, which I don't know how they come up with their categories, but I would name this as a classic horror. So I don't know, maybe they think this is a thriller. I mean, it is a thriller, but sci-fi, not so much. We'll click on Hellraiser, and let's see what they have for Hellraiser. Sometimes they just have it as a classic. Now, that's very interesting because everyone knows this is a horror film because due to the nature of the film, it is a horror film. So I don't know how it became just a classic. It is a classic horror film, but it's just a classic in that. So 2 big thumbs up for Roku channel, specifically because they do have free movies, and free is always good, but you also have the option of doing a premium integration with premium services that you already have, and that is a big thumbs up for us. So I encourage you to get the Roku device or get a Roku TV. I know they have competition with Amazon with their devices as well, but I think Roku is the better option. It's actually the cheaper option, and it's actually a really good quality option. So 2 big thumbs up for Roku, their device, their TVs, their sound, as well as their free horror for Screamtober. So we finally come to the end of our Versus Challenge here on the channel for our Screamtober. And in this round, we have Netflix versus Roku. And our winner is both of them. That's right. Both of these streaming services actually get our mark of approval, our 2 big thumbs up, and way to go. Both Netflix being one of the best out there, as well as Roku, whether you have the device or whether you have the channel, they both have something for everyone. So they both are winners in our book for Screamtober. Thanks everyone so much for watching. We hope that you enjoyed this week of Screamtober. Make sure that you comment down below, like, subscribe, and share to the channel, and we'll see you soon. Take care.